Welcome, one and all. This is Serpentstar, and this is another episode of Heroes Chronicles, Warlords of the Wasteland. This episode, the beginning of the second scenario in the first chapter of Heroes Chronicles, has been a very long time in coming. Those of you who may be watching my Let's Plays probably don't realize this, but I originally recorded the first videos of this series, and the totality of the first scenario, 2 full years ago, and then got distracted by other things, couldn't find a way to patch the videos together in the way I wanted before uploading them. Since then, those problems have been fixed, and I'm interested in returning to Let's Playing, and specifically Let's Playing this game. However, it does mean that it's been a while since I've visited Heroes Chronicles. It has been 2 years since I last played this game. I have, however, been playing Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the regular game, instead of Heroes Chronicles, quite a bit recently, so I remember the mechanics fairly well. And I did take a sneak peek at the very beginning of this scenario while doing some recording tests to make sure that everything would work out okay. So we have already played through a Barbarian King, and in fact, I cannot go back and select that again. I do not have the choice of beginning this again. I have to continue with the Criminal King. Unless, of course, I were to start a new game entirely. So let's continue with the Criminal King. The Wizard Kings have declared Tarnum a criminal, and 3 towers are raising forces to capture him. Tarnum must defeat all enemy towns. All heroes are limited to 11th level, and Tarnum's strongest captain will accompany him to the next level. Only one strongest captain though, so it's probably still going to be Gondola. And I get to choose a bonus. I can start with 10 Wolf Raiders, or I can start with Basic Armorer. Now here's where the way I played the first scenario comes into play a little bit, because, well, 10 Wolf Raiders would be nice, and Basic Armorer would be nice. I already have Basic Armorer on both of my starting heroes, so I can just go with the Raiders and get both.
Upon defeating Rabak, Tarnum named himself King of the Barbarians, a title not held by one of his people since Braccadoon conquered their lands. But in the eyes of the Wizard Kings, he was just a rebel fly to be squashed.
Now that blue-skinned character standing next to him I think is a depiction of Yogg, who is a recruitable barbarian character in this game. I think he's a barbarian. Not certain about that though. He's certainly not the one who is standing by my character's side in this run, but perhaps there's a canon run where Yogg is his lieutenant. You've managed to place some troops in an old garrison to keep your land safe for the moment. You won't be able to use these troops yourself, but don't wait too long to take the fight to your enemies. No garrison is impervious forever. Okay, where's that garrison? That's right over here. I can't use those troops myself, the info box tells me. And there's not all that many anyway. There's a small army there. There's lots of wolf riders blocking me from it. And we have Dolere, or Delir, the stronghold here. So I've already got 10 wolf raiders, which are better than wolf riders. Do I want... First of all, let's take a look at what troops I have. Alright. And as you can see, Basic Armor is already something I have equipped to both of my heroes. So, I don't really need to worry about it. Tarnum also has advanced leadership. I think I am going to waylay building a town hall for the moment to construct a wolf pen, so that I can start with slightly more troops in my initial explorations. Grab those troops and take a look. There's lots of master gremlins there. Gremlins are the level 1 unit, equivalent to goblins, for the wizard class. So those are kind of one of the classic creatures used by my enemies here. I'm actually going to leave 1 wolf rider with Gondola, because they are faster than the goblins, if only by 1 square. And that will enable her to be a slightly more useful lieutenant. And the Master Gremlins are afraid, because I am coming at them with a huge force, which is a good sign. But I want their juicy XPs, so I'm not going to run away. Master Gremlins do attack at range, so I am at some risk to lose some units before I entirely close with them. How are we doing for magic, Tarnum? Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. I could just destroy one of these stacks, but I don't think I'm going to need to. You defend. Oh. Alright, never mind. Those are able to do more damage than I really expected them to. Okay, to be fair, Tarnum has a lot of attack power, but not a whole lot of defense. So these Wolf Raiders are not really any stronger defensively than Wolf Raiders ever are. If I had noticed that earlier, I might not have taken that loss. Let's grab up some basic resources, touch the Learning Stone. Gundala can help me out with that. As before, I will be taking gold out of these chests because I think I can get... Okay, yeah, fair enough, improved luck. I think I can get improved luck. I think I can get enough experience to max out my character's levels without taking experience out of the chests. Search out the hut of the Magi, my king. Claims how's that a claim? That's a suggestion. Claims one of your advisors. The Magi will allow you to spy on the movements of your enemy, so you'll never be surprised. Yeah, fair enough. If you can find the hut of the Magi, then you can see what's going on elsewhere on the map. Abso-fucking-lutely you can join me. Now I have a lot more Wolf Raiders. Hey, orcs, do you want to join me too? No. You want to fight me? Alright, I'll fight. And let's not be cocky this time. Let's not be cocky and take losses immediately. Ooh. Orc chieftains do have a fair bit more health, though. So just casting a magic arrow at them won't be all that useful. Casting a lightning bolt would kill 4 of them. Alternatively, I could stone skin. How's your power? Not impressive. I would need 3 more units of movement on haste in order to get there immediately. Well, let's experiment. How much faster can you go with haste? 3 more units? Fantastic. Engage the ranged unit in melee. That'll do. And I can have Gundala pick up that chest, because I'm not going to be taking the experience points out of it anyway. And... Cliff Nest. Well... As long as I pick that up before the end of the first week, I'm not sacrificing any long-term creature numbers. Stop at the water wheel, get some gold, stop at the stables. I should have done that with both of them, really. We are on the defensive now, my lord, says your favorite advisor and friend, Hardax. You should visit the Marletto Tower nearby and learn some of the defensive tactics they can provide. I really should. I really should. Defenses are not Tarnum's strong suit. What does that sign say? Huh. Apparently I can't travel through the back of it. Rock caves. Alright, I don't think I can take on the Thunderbirds yet. Who knows, I might be able to. Bold strategy and all that. There's only a pack of them. I do have quite a few units with me. I do think I can take on those stone golems, though. And the fact that they want to run away is very promising in that regard. They probably think I can take them, too. I may be moving through things a little bit faster in this second scenario than I was earlier, and probably for good reason. The basics have already been covered. Now, stone golems are very slow. They can usually only move 3 squares. But I still would prefer to go on the... They're also really slow, which means that I get to attack first, of course. Let's see whether I can just take these out. Yeah, I lose a Wolf Raider in the process, but I can. Get the Wolf Raider down there. These goblins got this. Do they not? How many did I lose? 3. Okay. The other thing about stone golems is they have a lot of health. Fair enough. Ooh. Okay, leadership is fantastic. Logistics is also fantastic. Having heroes that can move further across the land with any given army allows you to do more in whatever time you have. I've got a pack of swordsmen there, which I also think I should be able to take on. And there's a two-way monolith that looks like Marvin the Martian, slightly. His helmet, anyway. A group of swordsmen with a desire for greater glory wish to join you. Alright, I could use more units in my army. I'm okay with that. And then I can step up to the cliff nest. I think I will have to defeat some rocks before I can do anything else with that. There's some griffins over there, there's a pack of ogres there, there are some wolf riders there, and some hobgoblins. However, you don't need to worry about that, Gundala. You just need to wander around and pick up all these resources. Ooh. Let's definitely tag that mine. Tagging mines early enables me to set up an inflow of important resources. Okay. Do I want to rush to a city hall, or do I want to get all my creature producers out in the first week? This is always a tough decision. If I'm going to do the city hall at all, though... The thing is, the city hall requires 4 days. 1 each for the marketplace, the mage guild, the blacksmith, and then the city hall itself. And by that time I'd be finished with the week. I'm going to build some more creature producers. And I'll get on that city hall soon enough. Cliff Nest. It's guarded by several rocks. I think several has to be less than 10. And I think I can take less than 10 rocks. Okay. They, of course, can fly not quite all the way over to me, so let's see where they go. Already. How much health do these things have? 60. Maybe I'll get a morale bonus through something. I really should have moved them up one so that they weren't blocking the raiders. Not quite the ideal move on my part. See, these could have run up and attacked, but now they can't. Let's give a shield to something. Since this is all going to be hand-to-hand attacks, let's give a shield to the goblins. Alright, and the whoa, that destroyed half of the goblin stack despite the fact that I shielded. Well, since I've apparently decided to throw all of my goblins under the bus, let's do that. And then fight the rocks with my wolf raiders and riders, having already taken up their counterattack. Would I like to recruit rocks? Yes, I would. That was a very costly battle, and not necessarily the wisest thing I've ever done. Mind you, I do think that losing 51 goblins... it may not have been worth it, but I do think I can recover from it easily enough. So the pack of Thunderbirds as well, that's going to be 10 or more, I think. So let's not fuck with them. Let's not fuck with them yet. Let's go over and see to the griffins instead. Right, Gundala was over here. Can't reach the goblin barracks. There's wolf riders in the way. Come down here and pick up this chest then. Because there is more loose stuff that you get to do. Legs of Legion. Legs of Legion are very helpful. If a hero is in a town at the beginning of the week, and they have the Legs of Legion equipped in one of these 5 slots, then you get 5 more second level units in that town. than you ordinarily would, so 5 extra wolf riders will be available for hire. If Gondola is in this town with the Legs of Legion at the switching of the week. Let's get some more orcs all up in this. And move on to day 5. Moving at a very fast pace here. Hit up the stables. Consider whether or not I'm ready to face lots of griffins. I may not be. I may be somewhat overconfident. This would work a whole lot better if I had decent buffs. Mind you, Tarnum's innate attack power buff should count for a lot. And it's probably been allowing me to do much more in these battles that I've been getting into than I otherwise would be able to. I should really go and see what's on the other side of this monolith. And I just hope that Gondola doesn't get ambushed as soon as she moves there. I'm worried about that now. Now that I've said that aloud, I'm like, that might happen, sir. You might want to not do that. Alright, I wouldn't have enough crystal or stone for that, but I can make the ogre fort. Now, one issue with expanding the cities in the beginning is that lots of things cost wood and lots of things cost ore, and some things cost quite a lot of one of those. So it is entirely possible to wind up in a situation where it's hard to build, not because you don't have enough gold, but because you don't have enough wood, as it demonstrated in the first scenario. Let's go up and confront lots of wolf riders. I know I'm on a level with them. I think I will be able to beat them and get to that goblin barracks. Good sign. Good sign. Also, the fact that 20 counts as lots is unintuitive. I've always found it difficult to intuit how many a given stack descriptor means. Well, we've got the swordsman, so let's use the swordsman. Or at least put them up on the front line where hopefully I'll be able to use them shortly. Rocks versus wolf riders. Rocks win. I'm also going to want to turn up the speed. There we go. Here we go. Now things are moving at a much better clip. Alright. That was fine. That was absolutely fine. Let's move on to the lots of hobgoblins too, especially since that doesn't necessarily have to mean any more than 20. I know things can get hectic when you're fighting for your life, jokes Hardax over dinner. But don't forget to visit the water wheel every week. This army is like a locust when it comes to resources, and we'll be needing all the gold we can get. Thank you, Hardax. I guess that was just in case you hadn't visited this week. Just to remind you, friendly reminder, Monolith 2-way, what's over here? There are several Thunderbirds and a gold mine over here. And nothing else. Alright. That is very good to know. That is very good to know indeed. Huh. And now I don't really have anything for you to do, Gondola, so, you can just hang out there, I guess. Fighting some hobgoblins. Creaking my chair. Come on then, hobgoblins, move up. These damn swordsmen, I keep expecting them to have more range. Well, let's fix that. Prove your worth, swordsman. Good job. You have sufficiently proven your worth. Swordsmen, of course, are not my faction. They come from the castle faction, which we have not seen yet in this playlist. The soldiers living in the tower teach you a few new defensive tricks. That will be very helpful. Thank you very much. Alright, and on day 7, I'll be tagging that. You know what? I keep forgetting about that stack of wood right there. I can't build the Cyclops cave anyway. I've got all these other creature producers up. So let's build the Citadel, which will help me to get more creatures next week. Then pass the turn. As always, you need gold to build your army. Some of the elder natives of this region claim there is a lost gold mine nearby in a hidden valley. Unfortunately, none of them can point the way to this wealth, so you order your troops to keep an eye open. Gondola knows where the gold mine is. More delightfully strange hints. Okay. Okay? Huh. Alright. I genuinely cannot use these troops. Oh. I can put more troops there, but I cannot use these troops. Well, I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. We've got more defenses now. Several Nagas, there's a sign. What does the sign say? The valley before you is the site of an old rebellion. Thousands died, ambushed here by the armies of the Wizard Kings. Bones still litter the ground where the bodies were left unburied. Yes, I can see that. Your troops lower their heads at this reminder of how truly powerful and vindictive your enemy can be. Traitors deserve no burial. And there are corpses, and there are a pack of old ogre magi, and there are the hut of the magi, appropriately enough, guarded by the ogre magi. The remains of an unfortunate adventurer. Searching through the scattered bones, you find nothing. Orc tower. Why, yes, I would. I can't get to that corpse without fighting the several Nagas. Cursed ground is an area where spells do not work. Where are you tempted to fight the several Nagas, Serp? That will not go well. You're not powerful enough yet. Okay. It's time to build this castle, which will give me plenty more troop production of all of the troops that I am able to recruit so far. And I can get Cyclops later. We've seen them in battle against me. At some point later, I'll bring Gondola up here to make sure she can benefit from the Marletta Tower. However, I don't want to interrupt the flow of my gameplay in order to just do that, so I will save my game here. And I will greet you next time for week 2 of A Traitor King. A criminal king? A criminal king. I think. What's the scenario called? The Criminal King. Come back next time for more of this.